What's wrong, Earth? Well, I failed the solar system exam. Exam of what? An exam that the sun has set for me, and if I fail it, he will kill all life on Earth. But you have already failed. Yeah, but he gave me another chance. Okay, show me the test. Why Pluto is no longer a don't tell me you don't know the answer. Of course I do, but I know someone who can explain it to you very well. Who? Pluto! What do you want? Come here! But for what? Come here! Fine. What do you want? Why the fuck you are no longer a planet? And why you ask me if you have the Earth next to you and its humans were the ones who said that I was no longer a planet? I forgot that, motherfucker. You are just an asshole. You know it, Venus? Of course I know! Who do you think I am? Then why you don't explain it to him? Because you surely know it better than me. Venus, you don't have a fucking clue, right? Shut up! Pluto, begin with explanation. Okay. You had that up your ass? Shut up! Okay, sorry. Look, to understand why I'm no longer a planet, we have to go back to the year I was discovered, 1930. Oh, the 20th century. Those were the days. When I was young and handsome. But how are you going to be young 100 years ago if you have about 4.5 billion? Silence! I was so handsome. Hey, baby. Venus, what the fuck? Are you hot? Because I am. Bro, what the f- Well, are we talking about me or you? What a pain in the ass this media is. What did you say? Nothing. Fine. Basically, some imperfection in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune were being observed for some time, indicating the existence of a ninth planet beyond Neptune, which, thanks to its gravity, caused these imperfections. This planet, not yet found, was called Planet X. Planet X? Isn't he one supposedly located far beyond the Kuiper Belt? We are not talking about that one. Let me finish. This supposed Planet X was believed to have 10 times the mass of the Earth to cause these imperfections. In other words, it was father than your teacher! On February 18 of 1930, an American astronomer named Clayton Booth first detected this Planet X at the Lowell Observatory in Arizona. And you are that Planet X? Yep. But how are you gonna have 10 times the mass of the Earth? Wait, we'll get to that. After discovering me, they looked for a name for me. And from all the ideas, they chose the suggestion of an 11-year-old girl. The name was... Oh, wow! Pluto! Wow, that's crazy. Well, it was also chosen because it began with PL, referring to initials of the astronomer who initiated my search, Percival Lowell. I still don't understand why they thought that you had 10 times the mass of the Earth. Look, what happened is that with the technology of that time, they could not know exactly my size and mass. From the telescopes, I was barely seen as a very fine dot in the sky. It's like your dick! So they could not measure my real size. So they gave me a mass and size much larger than what I really have in order to explain the imperfections of the orbits of Neptune and Uranus. What a bunch of clowns. Dude, they did what they could. Hey, and what about the action? This is so boring. Venus, shut up! Okay, Pluto, what the fuck is the explanation about why you are not a planet? Wait, fucking monkey! I'm explaining the reasons why at the beginning they thought that I was a planet, so later you can understand it well. Okay, go on then! I don't have all the day! Okay, but you owe me a McDonald's. Are you a communist? What are you talking about? Motherfucker, shut up! Pluto, please continue. My name is Pluto, and if you answer me again, I will call you prostitute! A year later, in 1931, the first estimates were made, and they discovered that my size was actually similar to that of the Earth. And although it was already an important step, it was still far from the reality. Wow, they made a lot of progress in 1 year. Of course. I take back what I said about humans being clowns. If you knew... Guys, let's continue. They hadn't only noticed that I was smaller, but also that my orbit was a bit different from that of the other planets, which have circular orbits, not like me, which is elliptical and quite inclined, 17.2 degrees to be exact. And to give you an idea, the orbits of the planets usually have inclinations of less than 3 degrees. Wait, can you and Neptune collide? No, because although from above it looks like we can collide, thanks to our inclinations we don't meet at any point. And what will happen if you collide? That will be better for another video. Come on, say it, little bro. No, please. No, I'll invite you to a pizza too. Well, it depends. If I went at low speed and orbited him a little bit, I will be brushed and turned into some temporary rings of Neptune. And if I went in a straight line and faster, he will literally eat me, and he will barely suffer any damage. What a punk. Shut up, if you hit Neptune, you will also have the same fate. Well, I will hurt him more than you. You motherfucker! Come on, Pluto, chill, and continue with what is important. I'm going to bust you after this. Since my orbit and my small size, astronomers started to badly look at me. Until in 1978, my first moon, Charon, was discovered, which at the beginning was a good sign, because if other planets also have their moons, I should also be one of them, right? So you have moons? Yep. Hi. Holy shit! Where did this guy came from? He almost gave me a heart attack! I told you, suckers. A lot of size and then a lot of fear. Tell it to my face. Venus, stop crying. What's your role in all of this? More than you think. Can I explain this part? Sure. Well, look, although it may not seem like it, my discovery fucked Pluto's life. Because when they made some studies about my orbit, they realized that Pluto was even smaller than the Earth's moon. I mean, seriously? Come on! He's so fucking small. What a clown! What the fuck are you talking about? You're even smaller than me! Shh! Calm. Take your blood pressure pills and then you go with your fucking mother and see if she teaches you manners, because when someone is talking, you don't interrupt them! And not only that, but my size being more or less half of Pluto's was able to affect its own orbit, making us orbit each other, which made more than one astronomer to wanted to stop considering Pluto as a planet, since this doesn't happen with other planets that have moons. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. Me less. And me even less, what the fuck? I should have been the planet and him my moon. What are you saying? Go back to your orbit. Okay, see you later, kids. Be careful getting home. Fuck you! Okay, Pluto, so after that is when you were no longer a planet, right? No, there's still a few things left. In 1992, the first object in the Kuiper belt that was not me or Charon was detected, QB1. However, over time, many more objects were detected, all of them smaller than me. Until in 2005, Eris appeared, an object whose first calculations determined that it was smaller than me, and scientists did their thing. Hey bro, Pluto is really weird, and we just discovered an object called Eris bigger than him. Should we put Eris also in the list of planets or what? Hold my drink. The bastards changed the fucking definition of a planet! Yes, and all of this just to fuck me! And then it turned out that Eris was smaller than me! Hey Pluto, chill! Shut up! You're still a planet and you don't know how it feels! Well, and what definition did they put? Look, they said that in order to be considered a planet, you must comply with 3 conditions. The first is that you must orbit the sun. The second is that you must have a sphere shape, or well, almost. And you don't comply that? Yes, those 2 conditions I do fulfill. But now comes the third one. That says that you must have cleaned your orbit of other objects, such as asteroids. And of course, as I orbit in the fucking Kuiper belt, and on top of that I don't have much mass to be able to clean it, I lost my place as a planet. What a nonsense that of cleaning your orbit. Well, what happened is that without this last condition, the solar system will have more than 50 planets, and people were not very interested in learning each name. What a sucker. But humans are like me that don't study a shit. Hey, but one question. What is it? You are the only dwarf planet? No, we are 5 in total. Me, Eris, Maki, Haumea, fuck, what was her name? Hello. Fuck! What a scare! Linus, shut the fuck up, we are not in the fucking kindergarten! I don't do it on purpose. Serious, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh, yes! You're the missing dwarf planet! Oh, that's nice. Why are you so sad, bro? Because I, like Pluto, was also a planet. Really? Yes, but I was discovered much earlier than Pluto, in 1801, and around 1850, boom, I was classified as an asteroid, not like Pluto, which they created the category of dwarf planet thanks to him. But who asked you? Fuck up. Wait, I was kidding. Motherfucker. Well, Pluto, is that all? Now it does. Wait, what? What's wrong now? Where's the punches and the action? Dude, what were you expecting from an educational video? Fucking monkey, you wasted my time on a shitting story! Ah! Venus, what are you doing? I hope with that at least he will reach its orbit. But anyways, I'll leave you that I think that someone has to take an exam. Hey, son! Hello, Earth. I hope you have studied hard enough. Bah, I know it so fucking well. Wait, what the fuck is this? What's wrong? But where is the question of why Pluto is no longer a planet? Are you really that fucking dumb to think that I will give you the same test? Yes? In that case, I have the feeling that I will not only eliminate your humans. No, wait, son! Give me another chance! Son! No!